Have you ever caught yourself daydreaming about jumping into a machine, dialing up a year, and landing in the middle of ancient Rome or a futuristic city with flying cars? Welcome to the Stuffology Show, where we're diving headfirst into the wild, fascinating, and sometimes downright bizarre world of time travel. It's a concept that's grabbed hold of our imaginations for centuries, blending hard science, epic stories, and conspiracies that make you question reality itself. No fancy time machine needed today, just a curiosity for what might be possible. The roots of time travel go way back, long before sci-fi was even a thing. Ancient stories were already playing with the idea. In Hindu mythology, there's this tale about King Revata, who pops up to a god's realm for what feels like a short visit, only to come back and find hundreds of years have passed. It's like the time dilation in Interstellar, where a few hours on a planet equals decades back home. By the 19th century, H.G. Wells takes it to another level with The Time Machine in 1895. His story isn't just about a cool gadget that zips through time, it's a deep dive into where humanity might be headed. He paints a future split between the delicate alloy and the creepy Morlocks, asking tough questions about class, progress, and whether we're doomed to ruin it all. Wells didn't just invent a trope, he gave us a lens to think about our own trajectory. Then science starts getting serious. In 1915, Einstein drops his theory of relativity, and it's a game changer. He shows that time isn't some rigid, universal clock, it's flexible like a rubber band. If you move fast enough, say close to the speed of light, time slows down for you compared to everyone else. This isn't just a cool idea, it's been tested. Astronauts on the International Space Station, zooming around at 17,000 miles per hour, age just a tiny bit slower than us ground dwellers. It's called time dilation, and it's real. Sure, it's not like Doc Brown and Marty McFly hitting 88 miles per hour and Back to the Future, but it's proof we're already flirting with time's edges. What about building a legit time machine, though? Scientists have tossed around some wild ideas, like wormholes. Think cosmic tunnels that could connect different points in time or space. Picture the glowing portals in Avengers. Endgame, but way more complicated. The problem? Wormholes are still just a theory, and even if they exist, you need insane amounts of energy to keep one open, more than our planet could generate in a billion years. Then there's the paradox issue. You've probably heard of the grandfather paradox. What happens if you go back and stop your grandparents from meeting? Do you just vanish like in a cheap sci-fi flick? Some physicists think the universe might have rules to prevent that, like a cosmic referee saying, no timeline tampering allowed. Others argue you'd create a whole new timeline, like the multiverse chaos in Spider-Man, No Way Home, or Loki. Either way, it's a headache to think about. Time travel's pull isn't just about physics. It's deeply human. It's about wanting to rewrite the past, peek at the future, or just know what really happened way back when. That's why movies keep circling back to it. Back to the Future is the ultimate feel-good time travel romp. But then you've got films like The Time Traveler's Wife, which weaves love and heartbreak across decades. Looper takes a darker angle, showing time travel as a tool for gritty crime and moral dilemmas. And don't sleep on Primer, a low-budget indie that's so complex it feels like a puzzle you'll never fully solve. These stories hit us because they're not just about tech, they're about regret, hope, and second chances. Be honest, haven't you thought about going back to your teenage years with all the wisdom you've got now? I'd probably still fail gym class, but I'd at least avoid some bad haircuts. Now let's wade into weird stuff, conspiracy land. Ever heard of the Philadelphia experiment? The story goes that in 1943, the U.S. Navy was tinkering with some hush-hush tech on the USS Eldridge, a destroyer docked in Philadelphia. The goal was to make the ship invisible, but instead, it supposedly teleported to Norfolk, Virginia, and back in a flash. Some sailors were said to have ended up fused into the ship's metal or driven totally nuts. The Navy swears it's all fiction, just a tall tale that got legs. But it's so compelling it inspired a 1984 movie called The Philadelphia Experiment. Whether it's true or not, it makes you wonder, what were they really messing with during the war? Then there's the saga of John Titor, the guy who claimed he was a time traveler from 2036. In 2000, he started posting on internet forums, describing a grim future where the US splits into 5 regions after a civil war. He said he was sent back to grab an old IBM 5100 computer to fix some future tech problem. Titor's posts were packed with details, diagrams of his time machine, talk of world lines and paradoxes. Some folks thought he was a visionary. Others figured he was just a bored guy with a wild imagination. By 2001, he vanished from the internet, leaving no trace. No hard evidence ever surfaced, but his story still fuels late-night debates on places like Reddit. Was he legit, or just the king of online pranks? Movies deserve another look because they've shaped how we think about time travel. Back to the Future is the gold standard. Fun, nostalgic, and just sci-fi enough to feel plausible. But other films go deeper. 12 Monkeys follows a guy trying to stop a deadly plague by jumping through time, only to wrestle with fate's iron grip. Donnie Darko throws in a creepy rabbit and some existential dread, making time travel feel like a psychological maze. And then there's The Terminator, where time travel's a desperate move to save or destroy the future. These stories show the range. Time travel can be thrilling, tragic, or just plain confusing. They all ask, if you could change the past, would you? Or would you just break everything? Here's a crazy idea to chew on. What if aliens are actually us from the future? Those UFOs, the weird lights in the sky, the big-headed beings with tech we can't even dream of. Could they be humans who cracked time travel and came back to check on us? Maybe they're here to warn us about something, like nuclear war or an AI takeover. This theory's been floating around since the 1940s, when UFO sightings started spiking. It's easy to see why. It's a plot twist straight out of Men in Black or Close Encounters of the Third Kind. No solid proof, but it ties into our fascination with both aliens and time travel. Maybe our descendants are just curious about how we dealt with dial-up internet or reality TV. Let's swing back to the science. Could we ever build a time machine? Wormholes are one idea, but there's also talk of cosmic strings, super thin, super dense objects left over from the Big Bang. If you could manipulate them, you might twist time enough to jump backward or forward. But we're talking tech so advanced, it makes a quantum computer look like a calculator. And then there's the ethical side. Who get to use a time machine? Governments? Tech mobiles? Imagine time travel in the hands of someone like the bad guy in Looper. Total disaster. Plus, one wrong move could rewrite history. Say goodbye to the invention of the wheel, or worse, coffee. Another conspiracy worth a look is the Montauk Project, like the Philadelphia experiment's wilder sibling. Supposedly, in the 1980s, a secret base in Long Island was messing with time travel, mind control, and even alien tech. Some claim they used kids as test subjects to open time portals, like something out of a sci-fi horror flick. No evidence backs it up, but the story's so vivid it's inspired books, movies, and even parts of Stranger Things. It's a perfect example of how time travel blends hard science with our love for the unexplainable. There's also the tale of Andrew Carlson, another supposed time traveler. In 2003, a guy allegedly turned $800 into $350 million on the stock market in just 2 weeks, making crazy accurate trades. When arrested for insider trading, he claimed he was from the year 2256 and had used future knowledge to game the market. He posted bail, then poof, disappeared. The story's probably a hoax, maybe spread by a tabloid, but it's got that time travel allure. Who wouldn't want to use future stock tips to get rich? It's like a plot from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, but with higher stakes. Time travel's legacy isn't just about gadgets or wild conspiracies. It's about what it says about us. Every story, from ancient myths to modern blockbusters, reflects our deepest hopes and fears. We want to believe we can outsmart time, fix our regrets, or see what's coming. But maybe the real magic is in the present. Every choice we make shapes the future. No time machine required. From Einstein's equations to John Titor's cryptic posts, from the DeLorean's glow to whispers of alien time tourists, time travel keeps us dreaming. Thanks for joining us on the Stuffology Show. Keep wondering what's possible because maybe the next big leap is just a moment away.